Lysergic acid diethylamide. Lysergic acid diethylamide is also known as acid is a psychedelic drug known for its psychological effects, which may include altered awareness of one's surroundings, perceptions, and feelings, as well as sensations and images that seem real to they are not. Wikipedia. So, what is lysergic acid diethylamide? It is an acid that affects the psychological, such as human feelings and the images that seem real, but even though it is not the acid that makes people lose their senses. When the medicine runs out, these are the things that will be experienced, or the effect of LSD abuse. Signs and symptoms of LSD abuse. First is, while LSD can be a dangerous drug and one that is the mostly abused by young people, it may be an advantage that the signs of LSD abuse are so distinctive, making it easier for parents or loved ones to detect this type of drug abuse. The LSD drug can be a dangerous drug, and first or usually the youth abuse it, and when they abuse it, they will have effects that will appear or they will feel. That is why parents should know the effects on the body or feelings of abuse of LSD. And the second one is LSD is sold in pills, capsules, and liquid form. The liquid is soaked into specially prepared blotting paper that is often imprinted with cartoon characters and perforated. Each tiny square is one dose of LSD, and the blotting paper is held in the user's mouth until drug has been absorbed. So in this one, LSD is said to be available in pill, capsule, or liquid form. The liquid is soaked in a blotting paper that is usually filled with cartoon characters so as not to be seen, and is also filled with holes. When using blotting paper, the device is held in the user's mouth until the medicine is inhaled. The third one is within an hour or so. If on consuming this drug, a person's perception and senses of reality begin to change, they may frighten a person who is going through it for the first time. So someone who is emotionally unstoppable, but to a person who knows that coming, this is considered is desirable change. So when you're using LSD or drug effects within hour or so of taking this drug, a person's sense of reality begins to change. It can scare someone experiencing it for the first time, or someone who is emotionally unstoppable, but to someone who uses it and knows what coming is considered a welcome change. LSD creates an sensory perception that is interpreted as an expansion of consciousness or a religious experience that transcends the normal boundaries of awareness and existence. So, the LSD creates sensory perception that is interpreted as an expansion of consciousness or transcends the normal boundaries of consciousness and existence. The next one, a person using LSD may be relaxed and more sociable. Going through the experience of using LSD is called a trip. So the person using LSD can become relaxed and more will be friendly. The things that go through or can be experienced with use of LSD are called or so-called that trip. And the last one, on the other hand, bad trips are quite possible, meaning that the person becomes frightened and panicky. But if the person panics, there is no escape from altered universe he finds himself in. So in the last part, on the other hand, bad trips using LSD are quite possible. That is, the person becomes afraid and panic. But if the person has a panic, there is no escape or departure from the changed universe.
Shifted perception can include A. Distortion of time, depth, space, size, and shape. B. Hallucination of these that are not there of that sanitary items are moving. In most cases, that person is aware of the unreality of this effect, but those situations where this is not true injury of the death can occur. Letter B. Most of the time, people are aware of the effects on reality, but in rare circumstance, harm or death may result from hallucination of this that aren't there or satiation object moving. For letter C is altered perception of speed. Ito yung pagbabago ng pakiramdam na mabilis. Letter D, a blended sensory experience, in other words, hearing, colors, or seeing music. Letter D, multisensory encounters such as hearing or seeing colored music. For letter E, intensified sense of sounds, touch, or sight, visual. Hallucination may range from colored or intensification of flash of light to moving geometric or some other patterns can be seen with eyes open or shut. So ito po yung pag-enhance hearing, touch, or vision. Visual hallucination can include flash or color, light of moving, geometric, or other pattern can be perceived with or without the use of eyelids. For letter F, the sensation that the person has left his or her body or that their body has changed shape. Sensation ay ang pagbabago ng hugis ng katawan ng isang tao. G. A person going through an LSD trip usually feels that he or she is gaining some special understand or insight that is not available by sober, and an effort to understand life drive a person to repeat experience. Ang isang tao daw na dumadaan sa isang LSD ay karaniwan nakakaramdam na siya ng espesyal na pangunawa o pananaw na hindi nagagamit habang matino, isang pagsisikap na mas maunawaan ng buhay na ipagpatuloy. Physical sign of LSD use: dilated pupils, salivation or dry mouth, tingling fingers or toes, weakness, negative effect including emotion, distress, anxiety, depression, disorientation, or paranoia, dizziness, nausea, rapid heart rate and convulsion, sweating or chill, blurred vision, inability of person complex tasks like driving or operating mechanics. That is a 9 physical sign of LSD use. An LSD trip may last as long as 12 hours. The person on an LSD trip may experience increased body temperature, heart rate, and blood pressure. He may not feel tired and may not want to eat. Because of the emotion responses by LSD, a person who is tripping may not be particularly concerned about counseling the artificial mellowness and relaxation that often occurs. If a child or young adult is home when he is using LSD, it may be responsible for parents to observe some of these signs as there may be an effective attempt to hide them.